Christ. Oh my God. What's up, everybody? This is Mike here at Rogue Comics, and believe it or not, that almost came off seamless, smooth. Like, I actually knew exactly what I was doing, and I accomplished everything that I had set out to accomplish. You know what? I should just end the stream right now. Let's not even push it any further. It's nice seeing you. Hope your new comic book day is good tomorrow, and thanks for tuning in, and catch me next week, hopefully. But you know what? There's stuff. There will be stuff tomorrow, despite the fact that it is the 4th Wednesday of the month. No, sorry, it's not the 4th. That's a lie. It's the 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anytime there's a 5th Wednesday in the month, that is basically the dumping grounds. Usually, Marvel, DC, and other companies, they will drop anthologies, they will drop annuals, they will drop one-shots, whatever. So that is what you are in for. Actually, there's a couple of things. When we get into them, I'll tell you. But it's a small week, but there's some good stuff. And this coming weekend will be Free Comic Book Day. What that's gonna look like, I have no clue. I think I will be taking part in it, to let you know. But what that looks like, I do not know. But we'll see. And with that, let's start off, as we always do, with DC. Here we have The Dark Knight. Now, I don't know what it says. It says Hunt the Dark Knight there. Now, it's Dark Knight Returns. But this is the 3rd, I want to say. Let me see. There it is. Okay. I have so many windows open here because there's so many different things that needs to be. Dark Knight Returns. Yeah, there we go. Number 3 of 4, facsimile. This is the main cover, and then you have this one here. This one here is also, I'm almost positive, by Frank Miller. Yes, it is. And there's also a foil version of this cover, but I didn't bother. It looks the same as this, except it's in foil, so that's all you need to know. You know? Why clutter your brain with useless information? If you want to get this one, get this one. Just know that there will be a foil variant of it, in case you wanted to do that too. Then, we go to this. Now, this is probably the book of... Well, actually, it's a contender for the book of the week. What makes this the book of the week? Jim Cheung. That's it. Right there. If that was it, you know, and for me, honestly, nothing against Jeff Loeb, but his writing for me is not what it used to be. But Jim Cheung, his artwork in here is phenomenal. Phenomenal. I don't know why it's been, and I don't know exactly how long it's been since his last book, or since the last time he actually did something on a regular basis. As I am rambling like this, I am stalling because I want to find out. Jim, C-H-E-U, there we go. We're gonna see. Wait, huh? What? How come? Well, that's weird. C-H-U-E-N-G. Creators. Jim Cheung. There we go. So he did a cover for Spider-Man, Superman #1, second printing. He did a variant for Iron Man 6, something for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Oh, just cover. Yeah, so it doesn't look like... You know what? Let's try timeline. I don't think he's done anything of substance like a book on his own, of his own. I mean, I do see there's Justice League Unlimited. Did he do... Yeah, he didn't do the artwork. What did he do then? See, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is unacceptable. Like, when you have artwork as good as his, like, you need to be doing a book. You need to be contributing to the comic book community. Because, Lord have mercy, I mean... Oh, that's why, because it has the backup. Okay, so all of these issues here, it's just essentially... They're showing you, they're giving you a sample of this book. Because they had Green Lantern, they had Justice League Unlimited, they had Absolute Flash, The Flash, Harley and Ivy, Harley Quinn, Detective Comics, Batman 8. And he did nothing on any of those. It literally was just a couple pages of this book in particular. So it's been a while. Like, I'm looking through here, and it's just like covers and shit. And that's not good. That's not good. Jim, come on, dude. We need you to do some stuff, bro. Thankfully we have this. We have this. We can appreciate this. This is a good book. And there are also variants. Variants, you say? Why, yes, I did say. Look at this. It's Jim Lee. Jim Lee, right there. Then we have this one here. This is Gabriel Delato. And that's a nice cover right there. I like that. I like that a lot. And then we have this Pablo Villalobos variant. And there's also a foil. And I do believe it's a foil of this. I could be wrong. Probably not, but I could be. It could happen. But there is a foil version of this book. Just know that. Just know that. Oh, you know what? I didn't even crack this open. Mandatory. Mandatory. You have no idea how good that tastes. Like, truly. But yes, there is a foil version of this book. Whatever you get, you can't go wrong. At all. At all. And please, please, please do more, Jim. Please. Here we have DC X Sonic. This is the DC crossover with Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, this is a special variant. This is the 6th printing for issue number 1. And then 2, 3, 4, and 5 will also be printed again. Those will be the second printings, though. Okay? But what makes this special is that this is cover A. This is cover B. This is cover C. Here you got cover D. And last but not least, cover E. Now, Mike, you might be saying, they look like they could be pieces of a puzzle. And you know what? You're right, because when you take all of these covers and you put them one next to the other, you have an entire picture, a vista of 5 images all together, starting with this one. So this is the first panel, then you put this next to it, and then this, and then this, and etc. And there you go. All the way with, who's this? Tails, I think, right? No, this is Tails. Up there's Tails. I can't even remember this dude's name. He was just in the last movie, too. Idris Elba. I can tell you played him, but I don't remember his name. Oh, well. But yes, I have these as a set. I will be selling all 5 issues, the entire set, collected, all together. Here we have Justice League Intergalactic Special number 1. This is a one-shot. Remember, 5th Wednesday of the month. This cover here is by Travis Moore. Now, this next book I'm going to show you, you might think we've been teleported back to 1989, but we haven't. It's just that DC decided to print this particular issue of Swamp Thing, which they are calling Swamp Thing 1989 #1. But as I pull it up here, I want to make sure. Here, I will read this to you. Ready? Over 3 decades since the controversy and cancellation, Rick Veitch's legendary Lost issues are completed. After a renowned 2-year run on the series, Veitch's grand finale to Swamp Thing was cut short and never to see print. Whispers and leaks hinted at the epic untold saga for years. Now, for the first time, that final story is told. As Swamp Thing is cast back through time, he will come to meet a carpenter who will change the trajectory of his life and the DC universe forever. The origin of Etrigan and Swamp Thing's journey to the beginning of time starts here. So you got Rick Veitch, I think that's how you say his name, Michael Zulli, who unfortunately is no longer with us, Vincent Locke handles the inking, and Trish Mulville is doing the coloring. This cover is by Rick also. And this was a title, as it said, that was never finished. And it's because Swamp Thing meets Jesus. And it was deemed controversial. Now, at the end of this book, there is a 2 or 3 page letter from Rick. And it goes into the history and the lore and everything like that. So if you missed it the first time around, here it is. And the art in here is phenomenal. The book, the paper, all of it. The only thing that I am disappointed with is the fact that it is $4.99. But you know what? That's okay. As long as it's out there. So, those of you that might be Swamp Thing fans, this is your book. This is your book of the week. And there's also this Michael Zulli cover. And this is also a foil cover too. So yeah. And last but not least, I was thinking that this would have been the thumbnail. But I went with what I went with instead, which we shall talk about when we get there. But this is Zatanna, and this is issue #1. The perfect jumping on point for anybody that might be like, I like Zatanna, but where do I begin? Here it is, #1, Jamal Campbell. Jamal Campbell killing it on this book. I'm so glad he's doing this. Because after his last run on Zatanna, like, they would be stupid not to. And we know DC occasionally does do stupid things. But they've been straightening out ever since the Absolute and All In stuff. So, here is further proof that they're straightening out. And then we have this Kyung cardstock variant, as well as this awesome Adam Hughes. This is a foil cover. And I do believe, let me check to make sure, but I'm almost positive if I had to put money down on it, I would. And I think there is a regular version of this. There is. So guess what? I won money. So yeah, there's a regular version of this, which is cover C, and then there is a cover E, which just so happens to be the foil variant. So you can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. And it's Adam Hughes. Hello. And that, my friends, is all for DC. Over in the MCU, here we have Captain America, issue #10. Continuing the march to Armageddon. Sorry, they're calling it Armageddon Assembles this summer. And, spoiler alert, I just did orders for Armageddon #1. And the FOC was this past Monday. So that means we're in the end game. It's going to be at least 3 weeks, I think, before it comes out. Let's see, you know what? Since I'm here, and you're here, and we're both here, I will see. It will be... Oh, maybe not. Did they... Oh, June 10th. Okay. That's weird. Usually the FOC is like 2 or 3 weeks. But here they decided to do the FOC early. Sometimes they do that with big series, you know, or things that they think are going to be big and they need more time to work on it or whatever. But that is the case here. So June 10th is the release date for Armageddon. So we're not there yet, but we're close. Here's a Paco Diaz variant cover, as well as this Todd Nauck iconic variant cover, and this Valerio Sheedy design variant. Nick Fury Jr. And last but not least, this Ron Lim Ultimate Farewell variant cover. Deadly Hands of Kunlun number 3 is right here. It's right here. Oh, you know what? I didn't even do them. Whatever. This is not the final issue. There will at least be 5 issues. At least. So right now we're at number 3. Then we have this. This is Doom 2099 Rage of Doom. Why is he raging? I don't know. But it does say Ultron versus Doom. Dr. Doom's spell didn't just annihilate his enemies, it wiped out all life on Earth, leaving even him to regret the cost. In the desolate future of Doomed 2099, Doom discovers Ultron's buried head and risks everything to repair his time machine. But awakening a dangerously powerful machine, intelligence invites new rebellion, and the path to redemption may demand a price even Doom never anticipated. Now I can tell you, this is a one-shot, which is disappointing. Frank Thierry is doing the writing, Von Randall is doing the art. Cover by Jungyeon Yoon. And that's cover A. And then there's this cover B by Derek Chu. And then, of course, Peach Momoko. What is a week in comics without Peach Momoko? It's a week worth not having. Generation X23, number 3, which hopefully will result in X23 getting her name back, because you need to stop this Wolverine nonsense. She is X23, and there's nothing wrong with that. Here's a Johnny Caballero variant. I do like this, but my guy, Ivan Talavera, he did a great Rogue cover when she was in Savage Land. And this one here, and thankfully there was a Virgin variant. Because I did look. Actually, you know what? There was another one too, sorry. So yeah, there were the DC ones, but there was another one, which will be in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 in 7 covers you will see. But there was this one, and this one was the one. Planet She-Hulk, number 6, which I believe, yep, the final issue. Closing argument. She-Hulk has been trapped on Skaar much longer than she had planned, and has gotten much more involved in the planet's politics than she'd ever dreamed. Will she take the throne in order to save the planet from itself, or will she be tossed back into the pits in disgrace? I don't know, but I can tell you one thing, it's going to look good, because Aaron Cooter is drawing it. He also did the cover here. And then this is Marco Ferrari. This is a Marco Ferrari variant. And then we have this Mateus Mahanini. This is an Ultimate Farewell variant. Actually, let me see. If I hit this. Oh yeah, there it goes. Ultimate Farewell variant. Predator Bloodshed, number 3. Oh, I had a customer earlier who said he liked Predator, and I told him the next issue of Bloodshed was coming out. But I thought it was number 2 for some reason. But no, it is number 3. And that's right there. And then we have Punisher, number 3. Looks like Frank's going to be fighting himself. At least according to this cover. Right? Wouldn't you say so? Let's see. Jordan Morris, Roland Boshi, Rory Coleman. Ken Lashley did this cover. And then there is this cover by David Nakayama, color block white variant. And then this was the cover. I did look, I really did. I did want to use this as the thumbnail, but I could not find, you know, I found a version because right underneath, see where it says The Punisher? Right under there, the Marvel, the one that I downloaded from the distributor, had the UPC right under it. And then I went to Marvel.com to fix, you know, the final cover may vary bullshit. I went to fix that, and this was one of them. It had it there, and I saw that they didn't have the UPC under there. But I'm like, you know what? I could probably, with my rudimentary Photoshop skills, I could get rid of the number in the upper left-hand corner. You know, the Marvel. See where it says Marvel 3, and then, what does it say? Legacy number, and then variant edition and parental advisory. I could probably get rid of that, but then there's still the Punisher logo, and then it says Daredevil, Born Again, and I don't know if I can get rid of all that. And then there's no artist attributed to this cover. So, let's see. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you what it says here. It says Marvel Television variant. Now, I'm almost positive that's not a person, so I don't know exactly who did it. So there was no way of finding a Virgin variant of this, unfortunately. And you know what? I really didn't want to spend too much time looking for it, so I didn't. But this is issue number 3, and Punisher will be at least going to number 6. Oh yeah, no, and beyond. Because number 6 says the long bullet starts here, so that means that the next arc will be beginning with issue number 6. So that's good. Keep this ongoing. But here, Warzone, Wilson Fisk, Tombstone, and now Jigsaw. The criminal element has its boot on the neck of New York City, suffocating it, strangling it with crime, drugs, and fear. But one criminal, the Punisher, is worse than all of them and eager to put the rest in the ground where they belong. Written by Benjamin Percy, penciled by Jose Luis Suarez Pinto, and who did the cover? David Marquez did the A cover right there. So, good stuff. Ultimates number 23 is up next. And I do believe, let me check. Yep, this is the penultimate issue. And the cover is by DK Ruan. And Dennis Camp is doing the writing. And Stepan Morian is doing the art and the coloring. And let's see. Thor and the Flames of Asgard. Thor and Sif join the war on the Maker in this grand epic. Thor's deal with Surtur comes to fruition, and each page is a masterpiece in its own right. You know what? I didn't even look at this. I got to see it now. I've got to see it now. Hey, look! This is a pretty awesome cover by In-Hyuk Lee. This is the Ultimate Special, is what they're calling it. Ultimate Special Variant. What makes it special? It's a badass cover with Loki right there. And I guess I can't really, let me see. Is that, why does he have Odin's head and it's not letting me see it? Why is it not letting me see it? You know, hold on. Yes, that looks like Odin's head. On his right leg. Okay. Hey, looks good. Looks really good though. Here we have Uncanny X-Men number 27. Now, I'm not going to bore you with, you know, my slander towards the trash character that's on this cover. But I will point out the good in this cover. Number one, this cover is by Luciano Beccio. And I like the way he draws Rogue. And Jubilee's looking pretty good there. And then you also got Kurt, and you got Logan, and that's good. And then whoever those four in the middle there. I think those were the four that turned into the New Mutants last issue or whatever. Spoiler alert. But the Trash character in the upper left-hand, you know, that side there, unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. But it does say, Gambit's curse takes a terrifying turn. Oh no, hopefully it'll result in his violent death. As legendary guests come to Haven House and a sudden death, oh, here we go, fingers crossed, throws the mutant world into chaos. Well, no, it can't be him then, because nobody would care. Nobody would care. Just throw his body in a ditch and move on. It's a story you'd never thought you'd see, and one you won't want to miss. And Gail and Luciano is doing the art. Gail Simone, that is. I'm sorry, Gail Simone. Garbage. Moving on. Juan Ferreira, right here. I love this. I love the way, like, look at Rogue at the top there. And then Kurt, and then Logan. Looks good. Looks good. And then, of course, Peach, Momoko. I wish... See, this is the thing. Remember how every week I ramble about, or rant about how they say final cover may vary? Well, they did have a final cover may vary to this. And it didn't have the bar on the left-hand side. See where it says Ultimate Farewell? It didn't have that there. But it's interesting when you see the way the covers are initially and then the way they modified them, you know? And I guess that's why they do variant covers, because people that are wired, like myself, for comic books, like, there's just something in your brain that sees the differences, and you're like, I have to know what's different about this. And then, you know, sometimes, like, I gotta own it too. But that was it. Like, it didn't have that bar there, and you could see more of Peach's artwork. But just a little inside baseball. Wiccan, Witch's Road, number 5. And this might very well be, yep, the final battle for Wiccan's witchcraft. Paging the Young Avengers. Oh, well, let's see. Wiccan finds himself outmatched and overwhelmed against two great old sorceresses. But fortunately, he's never alone. Time to call in his closest allies, the Young Avengers, and some extra help from the Avengers, who have been tracking this magical crisis. Wyatt Kennedy and Andy Pereira, and cover art by Lucas Vernick. And it is the final issue. Here we have Wolverine, Weapons of Armageddon, number 3. And there will be a number 4. And number 4 is the final issue, though. So that makes this the penultimate issue. Actually, it does say it, too. The penultimate chapter on the road to Armageddon ends with a bang. The shadows of David Colton's past are collapsing all over Wolverine. The high-risk hunt for the newest weapon comes to a head as all the players are on a crash course with each other. Armageddon is coming, and no one is ready. In the words of Nuke, give me a red. Chip Zdarsky, Luca Maresca. Cover art by Lionel Francis Yu. Now, wait a minute. I thought he was using the Francis, but whatever. Whatever. And then there's also this gorgeous cover here. This is by Michele Bandini. This is a foreshadow variant. So I'm guessing in the future there will be no electricity and everything will be dark and black. Oh, Marvel. Let me see if they have it here. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, on League of Comic Geeks it says TBD Artist Foreshadow variant. Oh, they do have it here. Oh, wait. I tried to unbigging it and it wouldn't. There we go. Nope, that's not it. Phil Noto. They don't have it. Yeah, see, that really sucks. Although, okay, whatever. Moving on. Here is the Tony Daniel variant. Whoops. Yeah, that's what they're calling it. And of course, you know, this is an homage to X-Men. What was it, 268, I think? Pretty sure. And then last but not least, Wonder Man, issue number 2. And for this book, there were 3 variant covers, but I only got 2. Because the third one was a 1 in 25. And as much as I love Mike Allred, I'm not going to sell 25 copies of this. So, Jerry Dugan and Mark Buckingham is doing the writing and the penciling. And this cover here is by Philip Tan. And then we also have this Torwin Clark Marvel Comics Presents variant 2. Now, let's see. 3, 4, 5. So it looks like there will at least be 5 issues. Will there be 6? I don't know. But there will at least be 5. And that, my good people, is the end of the MCU stuff. Got a huge week for independent books, at least as far as I'm concerned. We have this one here. This is the Saturday Morning Adventures, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 36. This here is cover A by Shoning. And let's see what Shoning's first name is. Because that's just rude. Just say, hey, that's by Shoning. Although if you collect this book, you know who Shoning is. But, oops, not that. Sorry. Where the hell is it? Why is it not here? Okay, they don't have it here. Oh, because they had it for last week. So for some reason I got it this week. But Shoning was Dan Shoning. And then there's this one here. And this one is by... I'm gonna find it. Oh, wait a minute. Didn't I do this last week? Batokka. B-T-O-K-K-A. I'm almost positive. Whatever. This week, again, 5th Wednesday. Yeah, because according to this, let me see, according to the League of Comic Geeks, this is what they have for IDW this week. Giveaway, Exorcism at Buckingham Palace, which nobody buys, and A Quiet Place, Storm Warning, which nobody buys, and Street Sharks, which nobody's going to buy. And then, let's see, what does... Nope, not that. Where is it? Oh, Dark Horse, there we go. Dungeons & Dragons, nobody buys Hellboy in Love. Yeah, see? So, nobody really has anything other than free comic books. So, oh, and Baby Garfield, but I forgot to put that on there. Oh well, it's boom. But yeah, that was it for independent books, at least as far as I was concerned. And that brings us to the end of this stream. This long-ass, what are we at? What are we at now? 36-minute stream. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you for that like. Appreciate it. If I happen to be your local comic book store and you saw something, reach out. Let me know. I can hold it aside for you. Those are the links on there. You got... Why is this not working? Direct.me/Rogue Comics. And then you got Rogue Comics CT on Facebook. Or Rogue Comics on Twitter, TikTok, or Instagram. I can't remember what that old logo... I'm looking at the logos and I'm like, what's that camera? That camera... Oh yeah, that's right. It's Instagram. But if you want to do it the old-fashioned way, do it that way. If you want to do it the easy way, aka the American way, then go to direct.me/Rogue Comics. And there's all kinds of buttons there you can press to get in touch with me. And I'll be more than happy to put anything aside for you, as long as I have it in stock. These things do go quickly, and I see... Why is this? Hold on. That's great. That's really, really great. Okay, that's not good. Okay. So, Gonna wrap it here. Call it a day. Next week we will be back to normal, kind of. Oh, there's also, you know what? I know why. I don't know why I didn't do it. But there is. Oh, that's what it was doing. Okay. So there will be audio for the camera. I mean the microphone. Good. There will be, and I didn't do it. There will be special edition Absolute Batman, Absolute Wonder Woman, and Absolute Superman hardcovers released this week, this Saturday for new comic book day, for free comic book day, and they will be. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna show you because why not? I can do this, right? Let's see. Hold on. Just give me 1 second. I will find it. I will get it. And the Yankee game is starting. I don't know if they're going to consider it that release date, but this, yeah, it's the second. Okay, here we go. I should have. There will be. It's called the Zoo Variant Dust Jacket. Hold on. I will do this very quickly. Save image. I'm going to add it to the indie stuff, and you won't even notice it. There we go. This is one, just so you can see it at least, because these are worth it. I don't know if they're not. Okay. I was going to say I don't know if they're connecting, because they're not. But Independence. Look at this. Look at this, on the fly, man. Where else are you going to get this? I mean, of course, I should have been prepared for it. Okay, here we go. Ready? Prepare yourself. We're going back. And it's going to say Dark Horse and IDW and Boom, but trust me. There we go. Ready? Look at that. Now, these are special variants with Jim Lee dust jacket artwork. Now, each book is going to have the first arc, which I believe, let's see. Yeah, Absolute Batman is issue 1 to 6. Absolute Superman will also be 1 to 6. And Absolute Wonder Woman will be 1 to 7. So there's the Superman. And then there's the Absolute Wonder Woman. And these are all by Jim Lee, all three. And they are phenomenal. So he might not be drawing that last issue of Batman, even though it was solicited this past Monday. So it will be coming out. Well, the last issue of the first arc of Batman. But he's been drawing other things, and you got this here. So look at that. These will be here on Saturday, for Saturday. So when you come here for free comic book day, these will be here. And I only have a limited amount because they were expensive. So, while supplies last. Now these here, if you get in touch with me and you want me to put it aside, I don't know. We'll talk. We'll see. But otherwise, look at that. If I remember correctly, this here was a foil variant, if I remember correctly. But whatever. It's Jim Lee. Come on, man. So, once again, that is it. We're going back here. We're going back. There we go. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching on the replay. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for whatever. Sharing, subscribing, whatever. All that crap. Thank you. And have a great free comic book day and a new comic book day. And hopefully, you will see me next week.